Hi, healer. I have a thesis for this one. When a toxic person cannot use you to their advantage, they will try to consume you. So, basically, you're involved in a toxic relationship at some point because if you're on the receiving side of the toxicity, have something to offer the toxic person or people. If you don't have something to offer them, they're going to want to get rid of you. And it'll happen pretty quick. Let's keep that in mind. You have something to offer a toxic person. That's why they are in your life. This person believes they have a right to you or the thing you offer, whether it's they were born with the right to be like a part of your family, um, or they've known you long enough, they've done one thing for you. Sometimes they want to give you money. And the reason why they want to give you money is because they want something that you have and they want to be able to access it whenever they like without contributing. That's a good sign. Like they'll pay for you, they'll insist on paying for like, let's take you to the movies or whatever. And you're like, no, I'll pay for myself, but they'll insist on paying for you because that way they have something else to do. They'll insist on paying the bill instead of like the restaurant, instead of they'll insist on leaving the tip, something where they're kind of one upping you. It's like they want to have a place of authority over you, or that the feeling that you feel like you need to repay them. And if you don't have any money, you're really at a loss at that point because you'll have to do something that they're hoping that you'll do something that goes against your morals just to satisfy whatever need you have, they have that you can fulfill, whatever it is. I mean, it could just be the fact that they like your life and want to feel like somehow they influence it. When you begin to notice the thing you offer is all they are willing to invest in, and they don't have the need to see outside of what you offer until you remove yourself or this thing you for them. So when you begin to notice the thing you offer is all they are willing to invest and they don't have the need to see outside of what you offer, anything that you may offer, they're not going to have an interest in your interests. They're not going to have an interest in your career. They're not going to have an interest in your family if they're outside of your family, unless that interest offers them. That's how you know somebody's toxic. They only have an interest in what interests them involved with what it is that you offer or whatever favor they can get from you. And then sometimes it's just your favor, the fact that you like them or worship them or, you know, somehow they're feeding off you. So, like an addiction, they then will try to pull. Oh, wait, so hold on, sorry. So, when you begin to notice this and you're like, hey, wait a minute, this person's not contributing to me and isn't listening to me, doesn't know anything else outside of this one thing that they're getting from you. It could be a sexual relationship and it's purely that. You're just like, okay, so this isn't evolving at all, right? So you decide to move away from it and just like, look, it's not really working out, or you don't really want to get together anymore. You don't want to spend time together with this person. You want to move away from this person. You don't want to invest in the relationship because they're not investing into you. They just want something that you provide. So once you do that and you move away from this person, it's like an addiction to them. And they'll try to pull you back in because the need is now more intense. So the minute you pull away from these toxic people, this is basically what I wanted to get at. The idea that they can't use you to their advantage anymore. So the thesis I have here is they'll try to consume you. So it's like you're moving away from this toxic relationship because you realize there isn't a benefit in it for you. There isn't even back and forth, like relational benefit. Like you don't really have a relationship until you can relate both ways. So if you're not relating both ways and the relationship revolves around them and what it is you have to offer, and you realize, wait a minute, this isn't a relationship because we're not relating both ways. You just want something I have that I offer. And you say, okay, I don't feel like I'm getting anything out of this, which is perfectly fine in relationship for you to feel like you're getting something out of it. And I'm not saying like money wise, but you want a relationship that's two-sided. That means it's going back and forth most of the time, like in a tennis court. Like you serve something up, they receive it. They serve something up, you receive it. It's service towards each other, and it's relation. So when you decide that's not happening and you pull away, there's like this like loss, it's like emptiness because you're offering them something. And it's just like a drug. It's like whatever you're offering them, it really is like drug. They don't have it themselves, and that's why there's such a need for it. And they just want to pull it out of you and they want to take it and they want it to be theirs. So if you're not offering it up anymore, it's like they have to steal it. They have to steal you, part of whatever it is that you offer. That's what toxicity is. It's not enough for you to just contribute to them in a relational, reciprocal way. You have to just give of yourself so they can have it and feel in control of it, and in a sense, in control of you. So when you pull yourself away, it becomes like a big loss, a big deficit. And they're just like, what am I supposed to do? Like they feel it. It's empty feeling. It's whatever you gave them, whatever you offered, you filled something. You filled some kind of a hole or something. And you gave freely of this thing, and it's yours to give and it's yours to take back. It doesn't belong to them. But it's the whole idea that they don't feel it. So this is where they will begin to do increasingly more toxic things. And then now you're going to see this real toxic person. Now they're frustrated, they're showing up where they don't belong, they're looking their business, they're having following you, they're sending other people to find out about you. And you're just like, wait a minute, like we just decided that we don't work out, so you're just going to the raises, not a people. I wish you the best. But that's really hard for a toxic person. So this is another affirmative that you did make the right decision when these things happen. So hopefully someone's not too toxic and your relationship hasn't gotten so toxic where you can catch it sooner than later so it doesn't turn into this. So what does it look like when you're possibly being consumed by a toxic person? So now they move in even deeper because they can't get this thing from you anymore. They need to take. They need to have something that you have, or feel like they overcame. They're not giving this to them. Almost painful that you pull some way. That's because they're toxic. It's not normal to feel like a deficit when somebody goes away. You might miss that, feeling a little way, but you're not going to feel like you lost a piece of this. So they want your positions, whatever it is that you are at this point. They want your job, or they want your job to fall out. They should get hired. They want your other relationships, or they want to get to know the people that you have relationships with. They want your property, or they want to, let's say you share the property 50-50. Well, they don't want you to get your 50. They want the whole thing. They want 100%. They want something that's not even, doesn't even belong to you, but for some reason they want to call it their own. They want your status. If that was the thing that offered them something, your friendships, your families, relations, they don't want to give up your family. Matter of fact, they want to take your place in your family. They want to have your family members think poorly of. They want your abilities. They want to be like you. They want to have your personality. They want to consume you. They want to be you. Now, these are the extreme toxic. Okay, we're going from small toxicities to large toxicities, but I'm trying to think of they're maintenance. They will lie to take these things from you. They are toxic, and they will do toxic things to accomplish their goals. Crimes against you. They'll become criminals. It sounds like revenge. It might be, and it's only because you pulled your valuable thing away from us. They want to feel like you deserve to be harmed for no longer accepting their kindness. They don't want to believe it was them. That's one of the biggest things. If they wanted to be healthy, you wouldn't be in this situation. They want to be toxic and they want to get away with it. They believe replacing you is going to you. That's the ultimate. They just want to find somebody just like you who does the same thing for them and replace you in a better way and make you suffer through it, which is pretty impossible because you just relieve yourself from toxicity. So you win. Okay. Have a great one.